On my last video, this video, I was called out by some small YouTuber, so I thought I would add it in now. Hey guys, Jamie Francis here. Daily Driven Exotics commented I should have put a red balloon on this last video I had with my daughter. So I decided, why not add it now? And I'll show you how I would add it. I'm just gonna quickly do this. I have this shot of my daughter walking. It's a little jerky, so I'm gonna bring it into After Effects. And I'm gonna warp stabilize. I'm gonna turn down the smoothness to 2, and now as it does that, I am going to go to Video Blocks, which is like a stock footage subscription site, kind of like a Netflix for stock footage. There's a very specific balloon I need. It needs to be fairly static, keyable, so I can put it in the shot. I couldn't really find one. It was tough. Like there's these ones, but they're just moving too quick. I just kind of want her holding it while she's walking. So it's a kind of very specific shot. This is the shot that I like. It's static enough, I can probably stabilize it, and it's already red. I don't even have to change the color of the balloon, but load up my After Effects. This should be stabilized now. So now we have to track her hand. It's so close to the ground color that it's tough to track, but it looks like it's doing a fairly decent job. Put this now into a null object. So I make a null object, I edit target, I stick that in null 2, that's what it's called. I'm not gonna rename it or anything. Again, I'm going really quick here. I don't want to do a tutorial. Let's just see if I can actually pull this off okay. So I attached that to the null, attached it to this file, so if you can see now, it'll move around. But obviously, we don't want that dude in there. So I'm just gonna make a loose mask around the balloon. Super loose, I'm going to zoom in a bit. Go to key light. Zoom that in. Already looking pretty decent actually. A little smaller, we'll make it a little higher. So I think this is getting there. It doesn't really have a line, which like I'm trying to think of an easy way to do this. And this is kind of the tediousness of visual effects. Even though I love doing it, it can be pretty tedious. A lot of the effects I do for DDE is very much like this. We're gonna poke around for quite a while. It's getting there, it's getting there. Last thing I wanna do is actually get this a little bit of a shadow. Okay, well that's my shot. This is the boardwalk, Crufton Boardwalk. It was built in probably, I think it was about 20 years ago now. Yeah, it's a really cool walk here. We walk here almost, probably on a almost daily basis, at least 3 times a week. Really cool spot. It's actually pretty popular, especially for like a really small town. They don't really put a lot of money into this town. I think a lot of stuff was donated, a lot of the cost for this. I like getting outside, getting those negative ions, right? Again, using my old Canon Rebel T3i and rain here, so I don't know how long this is gonna last. Looks like my battery's almost dead, but you gotta make do what you can do, right? Forrest Stevens from Different Media, he kind of called me out because I'm vlogging with a gimbal, and he says my arms are gonna be giant by summer, and I told him I already have giant arms. I always thought this place is really cool. Everything kind of reminds me of movies. So this kind of reminds me of like something that would be like in a Goonies movie or something. Something very like Pacific Northwest about this kind of structure. And these birds are gonna freak out once I get out here. They're leaving. I don't know if I just have a big blob of water on my lens. Kind of looks out of focus. Really pushing the limits of this camera. A slower shutter just to make sure it's not super grainy, but it'd probably still be super grainy, noisy, and also pushing it with the rain. It's the mill right there. That was built in 1952, or started in 52. Dad worked there basically his whole life, since he was 18 or something. And this here is slag. It's actually coal, like some sort of coal, I believe. It was an old smelter, whatever that is. Probably pack it in. Hope this is tolerable in any way. It's probably super grainy, probably can't hear me. Yeah, Crufton. Hey look, I'm Quentin Tarantino.